okayfm 101.7.
Lawyer Godwin, Edudzie Tamakloe, director, the affairs of the NDC. Now, menene entry and come. Law, me watching.
Onumunyan for Kwame Tigesi.
Nabokode.
Boadia Daroma. Kwame Yahoya.
Ami. Na, maba wunchanya. Minister for Trade. Kabana Tahiru Hammond. Na no kwa wako Mecca. Ntimi fa Alhaji kwanka Alhaji Kabana Tahir Hammond. One cement producer sisa afro so.
What about Tahir no you?
Sir, me maami nua de me kwaware kremoni.
Wonderful.
Osisa me din kwa na me di Muftau Awal. Allahu Akbar. Mabro. Yeah. Now, one cement for producers of cement as a saboso. Say even there is a LI, a legal instrument to be a regulatory pricing of cement. Ewo omei mu wamonte so nya de but me munu sabia why analysis be of the cost composition. Now me who say I arrive at say nti anya bia kwa mo de to so a margin no momfa nyi say san komo yi eto say
Yo brother me da se pa sabio mate onunyan for KT Ham and the reasons are audio tuja for the need to regulate cement pricing. Now, black and women say Ghana yo abakosem. Abakosem a ye wonu nyina kyerɛ sɛ enkana no. Wo de weni afipa. Okay, now there was something called control pricing.
Yeah, that was 1979.
Ediba 80s
nyina. Ɛna na ye budget kura no a budget no ye include afiwe ye beto cement say. Afi we my forecast ye betum say milk ye beto say ye be ye we say na nyina ye de budget nim
ya kwame emra na mi no ye te say ye bank be kan budget a sada no na ye be expect ye be the price of petrol ojaje it is hard na aban na regulate the price of even petrol. Until say Omampeni Kufuor Ebaye in the year 2001, Omode MPA Ebaye in Omampeni Kufuor Council and the Yebe friend the deregulation of the petroleum sector. Now MPA Ebaye. It is in the notion the pricing of petroleum products they are buying in the year intervening. But the OMCs and BDCs and companies they have a say in the pricing. Intinanko say a buying is engaged in price control way. The Georgia NPA Act now was the kind of price control mechanisms. Kwanya and the factors I will be consider and account. Now Oshe ye Minister of Trade onunyan for KT Hammond. You no canon say Oshe the Ghana Standards Authority and Ghana SSC Ghana Standards Authority now Act. That's section 88 or so. Or say a man the other kind of residual powers. Which would not and also or the legislative instrument we they back. May use we feed so. Edi asreno. Say a big pan say whereas intentional one we want to, as it were, achieve a public good. Say you the pricing of cement echo for man. Black women, young people are saying here struggle to a very bibino. Will be easier for us. So it is not in principle a bad idea. But that your democracy it requires will take a decision that the decision will affect Obia. When you obey the friend of consultation, you be seen no master. It will be who said, if in Parliament, in exercising its legislative power, it will be on my penny at the bill I call Parliament. Okay, the bill is not passed immediately. Sometimes Parliament better so this new law about into yes, Monfa memorandum and many other things emra for reservation and not be here now they are back. The reason why acquire ally at Mr. Article 11.7 of the 1992 Constitution say withdraw power from the Constitution or an act now or by executive authority. Now person fa emra be an instrument emra paya or the befaso. Even though there is no express mentioning of the word consultation in Article 11.7, by way of practice and convention, which means who say an opportunity is given to persons to be affected by the instrument to make an input. In the Parliament over the period has set up what you call the pre-laying conversations. What I say? And that convention has been duly accepted by Parliament. So the opportunity is given to persons who will be affected. Tell you, Kwame, yena obi which me always be asking you now. If you get the data no consult the various groups.
Now, on a way. Say a free market.
No correct.
It then in absence of any law. Minister no betimi aka say chinchina Montebo no so. Na bo no aka say Monte so a Monte so akosai.
Me kwade bra kwame matie the cement manufacturers. Na de na omo ka nyina no me say. You bra kwame. O share the petroleum sector. I want to do a comparison, quick one. Ocean petroleum way now. The price of petrol is the same as the price in Accra. Because NPA Mrano, what the friend of the uniform petroleum product. I say a mechanism ebwa. It is say a gallon of petrol a 1 cedi Accra, a 1 cedi in Bolga. Because there is a mechanism ebwa to make this. The cement manufacturers understand them to say, said you transport cement if in cry, Edia Kukumasi, Tamale, Bolga, Paga. There is no mechanism taking charge of the cost of transport. So invariably, we will pass on to the consumer. On the flip side, so I am thinking, a more holistic conversation where the year under the NPA Act, the bit in Alpha Quambi Sua, the bit in created the same mechanism within the cement manufacturing sector now. I think it will be a better approach than just bringing the ally without the benefit of the input. Like I said earlier, there's absolutely nothing wrong if you want to regulate an industry. In fact, that is the essence of governance. However, that must be a product of consultation. It must be a product of deliberation. So that at the end of the day, it will be clear before a bebano, all key stakeholders had a say in it. That is what you do. And yes, sir, What the man of Baba will create implementational issues. And I give you a classic example. Okay, Emrana control, pricing controlled by military regions. No? It created a need of what you call hoarding. So, it created the phenomenon of hoarding. And once it happened that way, it brings also what you call black markets. Because then now people want to find a way to trade outside. When I manufacture my idea, then I will buy a basu, won't mean turn beyond this price, regardless of the cost. They suffer, regardless of the depreciation of the city. And I say, in the cement manufacturing, and yet all the clinker, all the items of Munyano, in Omunyano or local, if you almost defeat a man on it at a bar. Said you the idea of a man on it bar, would do Temaport, Takrade, Harbor, obey your duty. Like one would be say, Ghana, curiously, your duty are ye piano is in dollars, so wouldn't that? It is a say duty not depending piano. It's in dollar conversation. It puts the person in a certain disadvantage. It is there.
Aye, on our way. Law, make I say, and maybe Namini Ibrahim, what by ye, Saj attachment. No one yancy be a fair crown nowadays. A land in what clear so. And a watch let me say, Obe Chapana Obi, at the aqua or two pumutin or then say, let me say, we are such a punode, said dear Ben, dear Benny Bar, na one more at the film, na at the abana, the biguana, obesitan, a obesi, a 1 ounce.
Anna, Anna, Juno, no call.
Men in a call.
Now, when we silos no, when we say those silos now, my building or on earthquake crash here, it means Sunday.
Aye.
And the benefit are okay, that I say, Krana, on one person a year of building or manufacturing from an engineering perspective.
Yeah, me, Chesa, me, yeah, do baby. Oh, nay, I say, oh, Hana, you are be a bell 11. Kwame away. Bring me to Mamma here.
That time when I owe Juma. After 11,
yeah, after 11,
I was on this survey, transport and others because of the huge trucks. Sometimes 2 a.m. moving on my shall help better.
Now, if you also only baby and yes, Abba.
Oh, yeah,
high crown. Yen to Uncle Mosu.
It is one kind of the weekend, and they say, said you a master for the young for Katie Hammond. The industry stakeholders are only asking for consultation. And usually, the consultation takes away the bigger problem from you. What I say? So you one consortium, and I'll give you a classic example. Now, be a lawyer for boat owners are Omoye Poso and Nkekam. Apparently, there is a new airline. Actually, how much? On which for every year by way of licensing. It's a many clients no buy so that APCD they were not consulted in the fixed the price. I think said that I know which for every baby at $250 per baby in the court. Well, Kwame, the court a stopping process for a while. What I say? So eventually, what helped the Fisheries Commission was that at least they produced evidence in court that before the passage of the said law, Omo had an extensive conversation, extensive consultation, and they produced the minutes. That is what helped them in court. So it's always good you engage in deliberation. It's always good you engage in meeting key stakeholders. I have even heard on a different note.
More of a Quabnata Hamon. What are you?
Oh, you're a very senior lawyer. The GDP say, the knowledge is vast. What I say, said you, Oko Nana Santa, in the palace. Now there are some cover. Uye Bibia, or Simi Gumababa. Said you, open so. About you, King Solomon, or no one consulted, Anna. Odum Rabia, or say, maybe I say me do. Mene Abewa, Equakasa, Abba. That Mene Abewa, Equakosa, Ekasaba. A consultative process, a deliberative process. And it's say, said you, Ababu, and then says, said, we need the oil. Daddy, say, share your idea with somebody. No, Nipa no say the media kakrabe kan ho. Eboa. Say me nya kan for kra na e kan say, dear, otwa sam. E mepi no ni say, le tia e den atia. If you be nya papa under the circumstance, there will be broader consultation. Even that consultation makes the process of making the law easier. And at the end of the day, the public interest now person will be better served once you consult the stakeholders. In the next step, on for KT Hamo, we will be a 777 okay. Intino, the Sano, only the consultation, and that consultative process more. Ultimately to bring the best law that will serve the manufacturers and serve the final consumer of the product. And by so doing, what is going to happen is that economic growth I hear panel, meaning Abeba. Said you, such a main price across for Yamna, background rules is here, we have to be sitting. Who sit down 9 years, Ebiana will show, Ebia part says, you, or SS money. What I say? But beyond that, no. Younger people are ever. So any attempt to make pricing of cement relatively cheaper is a welcome news. But just make sure that the requirement of due process, the requirements of hearing are all complied with. That is what the laws of this country entails. And I strongly believe that once we do that, it will help. The other day, now there was this issue about Abai said Omode free SHS, Emma Edibeba, free SHS bill. Said you, what the free SHS bill ever and now. Which means you are bringing a bill within the educational sector without consulting GS, without consulting NAGRAT, without consulting CHAS. Remember, say, the heads of Conference of Heads of Assistant Senior Secondary School, SIA from CHAS, they are going to be the people who will supervise the implementation of the law in the various schools. Which means who pass Emra on education, secondary education, Emra Kwa, NAGRAT, National Association of Graduate Teachers, almost a child year, almost a Mofrana year, you will not consult them. No. So it is important, say, in the law-making process, these deliberations, these consultations are carried out. What it does is that it enriches Emrana. Said you ultimately know whatever. Me, Kuni, Eyadia, Udumyan for H. John Dramani Mahama, the minority in Parliament, for instance, on these fears it is happening. Omodia Chuja repeatedly say, Emrana Omo de back and neck. John Mahama will be the first person to throw his support. The minority led by Honorable Akufo-Addo will be the first to, give their support. Even if it comes under a certificate of urgency, they will make sure it will be done. Because like we have said, free SHS had come to stay. Nothing can be done about it. What we have always encouraged is how best can we improve what we are currently seeing. And that, for me, is a very good thing. So, Sebi, Minister, GCE, whatever, what's the idea of mountain? It's only fair and proper, say, over consulting the people who will be affected by whatever and rana or yelling or the Abraham.
No, medals are pay.
I'm a parent, so medals it's not say you be shower, my way now.
Oh. Minimum son one can make be pa. I miss a minimum son no more. Mate, there be baby already. Yamin of 40 cushion. Matemeda sepa. Ayi, Kaja is Excellency, John Dramani Mama. Sir, you know, Waba power, you know, me Ghana's ambassador to Namibia, Mr. I'm in person by how much? Also, Ghana for Montama.
And they go Afghanistan.
Love that. Baba. Afghanistan so I'm better to jabo me. Miss Rowe, Yanko.
OKFM 101.7.